What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, let me think. We were speaking with Lang, who was convinced it was Judge Courtney, but we proved him wrong because not only could the body not have been here 2 days ago, because it would have been seen, the president also could have gotten out by using the secret entrance on the 51st floor. But now, Nichols is saying last night she came here, and she saw John Marsh talking to someone. So now we gotta ask him some questions. John kinda left a while ago. What? Let's go after him! Oh my god, Lotta Heart has the best run. Hold on, I wanna keep drinking water. Ugh. Where'd he run off to? He might have just went back home. That's right, I mean, it doesn't look like they're gonna get any filming done today. Or, he may have run away. Aren't you just overthinking things? He's still a child. I can't imagine they could have murdered the president by himself. Who said he was alone? Maybe that monster helped him. That boy can summon a monster to his aid, right? Very funny. I'm not saying that kid's definitely the culprit. But right now, he's the most prominent witness we have. So we'll need to find that brat. Hey, look at that mouth. That's like a metal slug mouth. Gummy! He ran away? What is the detective doing? It doesn't matter. It's not like I can rely on this country's police anyways. Agent Lang, do you intend to continue investigating by yourself? Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that? Didn't you always have a small army of subordinates with you before? That's right, but, you know, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right? Subordinates. And partners. Well then, I'll be seeing you two. Ha ha ha! Things are getting interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters to hunt. I'm definitely getting my hands on this story. Ah, the best run. So graceful. Things have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they? There's the footprints of Mozilla, and now the shadow of Gordy. It's almost exactly like the movie. How about we go monster hunting too? Well, isn't that one of Lang's men? We met him during another case. Excuse me. Oh, Edgeworth. It's been a while. It's been a while. Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang? Agent Lang, Shifu is no longer my boss. What happened? Do you remember the incident from 1 month ago? The Yadagarasu incident we had been involved with. Agent Lang made a major mistake back then. He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal. Certainly, it had come quite close to that at the time. Shifu took responsibility for what happened, and our team was disbanded. Disbanded? So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he had become a lone wolf. Then, why are you here? That's, well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seems that even now he's still chasing after them. The ghosts of 12 years past. Just what are you... I'm sorry. I've already said too much. If you'll excuse me. These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after. Do they also have something to do with this case? Looks like everyone's left now. So, what do we do? Well, Miss Hart's going after the monsters, and Agent Lang's going after John. We should also try approaching this case from a different angle. What angle would that be? We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say. Ah, that's right. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is... Well then, I shall take my leave here. I'll be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial. She said that she had a trial coming up. Indeed. Let's head to the courthouse as well. Oh, right, she's a judge. Oh, for some reason I expected her behind the bench. That wouldn't make any sense, though. Even her chair is different. Her whole little throne is fancier than our typical loving bearded judge. Court is now in session. Is the defense ready? Of course, Your Honor. We can begin whenever you want. The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor. Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this world. Furthermore, Sebastian DeBest, the prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. And so Francisca and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties. Before we begin, I'd like to apologize for the delay of today's trial. As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered, and the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exacerbating the situation. Additional time was specially arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away. Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Miss Von Karma, at this time, I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on short notice. I guess this is the last job Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray's more than happy to help out. Although, having said that, I only had enough time to skim through the case files. Are you okay on your end, Franny Pie? What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace? I won't allow any more delays in this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem continuing the trial. You have my thanks. And with that, I hereby call the defendant Patricia Rowland to the stand. It's been a while, baby. Now then, will the prosecution please give us their opening statement? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant... Please wait, Your Honor. What? Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this? Then perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement. So if I listen to it, I'll get it, huh? Okay then, let's hear it. That was the plan from the start. Now, if you would kindly shut up and listen. The incident occurred in the detention center and the prison warden Rowland is in charge of. The victim is Horace Knightley, who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. This knife, the murder weapon, is the decisive ever... Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's impossible! The evidence is... What's wrong with the evidence, Franny? The evidence! The knife's gone! The chisel with Doggin's bell attached to it's missing, too! What?! So that's what's going on! It was stolen from the 51st floor! Prosecutor Von Karma, what's the meaning of this? I don't understand it either, Your Honor. If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had. It appears the culprit is that pampered prosecutor, the boy Blunder. Hey, Courtney. Your Honor, considering our predicament, what say we postpone the trial until later?
Overruled!
The defense's proposal is overruled. Courtney! I know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible.
Objection!
Innocent? I've had more than enough of your foolish... And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall a certain saying. In court, evidence is everything. Wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct. What? The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland...
Objection!
Hold your horses, Courtney Pye. You can't just declare her innocent all of a sudden. Is something the matter? For the defense to object to a not guilty verdict? Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? You were there with us when we found the murder weapon. Mr. Shields, a judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict. That is why I cannot allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings. The person who was present when the murder weapon was discovered and the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people. You're kidding! I can only hand down a verdict based upon the evidence that was presented.
Objection!
There is evidence, it's just... Well, it's not here right now, but... A few minutes, that's all A few minutes? Wow, I don't know about that. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess. The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. Courtney, please. I understand. I shall grant your request. Well, Justice, darling, weren't you wishy-washy today? This court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare for the resumption of the trial. Understood, Your Honor. Phew, that was a close one. Court is now adjourned. That was good. We had a great time. A lot of things got done. Didn't we find it together? The evidence! We certainly did. What's the matter, detective? It looks like the metal detector's reacting to this alligator. Really? Why? Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel? Wasn't that just the fake murder weapon? Doggin hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth. And the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond inside the alligator. I wonder if it was stolen by someone. Mr. Edgeworth! Hey! It's the circus gang! Miss Barry and Mr. Keys, did you come to attend the trial? I came because I heard there's a really fun show around here. So, where is it? The trial for the case I got caught up in was supposed to have already started, but... Our practice ran a little late. I believe it was somewhere around here, wasn't it? Actually, two key pieces of evidence have gone missing. The chisel and the knife. The trial is in recess now, sort of like an intermission. You just missed it, Simon. What? What's that supposed to mean? Ah! Looks like Simon's gonna get arrested again! No way, no way, no way! I can't! I guess Simon is his usual noisy self. Huh? To think that I would be humiliated like this! Who is she whipping? The wall? And here comes another noisy individual. Now, Franny, let's just take a moment and calm down a bit. Maybe you could put that whip of yours away, What do you say? That foolish prosecutor! When I get my hands on him, my whip's gonna give him a thrashing of a lifetime. Miles, why don't you try talking to her? Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what she has to say. Alright. Oh, if it isn't former prosecutor Miles. Franny, those who have abandoned the path of a prosecutor do not belong here. Now be a good boy and go home. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Still, what are you gonna do, Franziska? The recess is only 15 minutes. You're always so calm and collected. Like an anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick! I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her for now. But if he did sound like that, that would mean Franziska. I never expect. Wait, how do reporters sound? Coming to you. Huh? I don't know. I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution for this case. The bodyguard of the president of Zhengfa, Horace Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is the former warden of the prison, Patricia Rowland. The knife she used as the murder weapon had been prepared as evidence. But the murder weapon has disappeared without a trace. Not only did he abandon his own case, but he also made me look like a fool in court. The next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I'll whip some backbone into him. I don't mind if you whip some backbone into him, but stop whooping innocent bystanders. Okay. So, who do I talk to now? Ray? Okay, looks like you've gotten your memories back. All better now. Uncle Ray was really worried, you know. Though that other K was also pretty cute. Well, now that you've recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake? Nope. We need to focus on the trial right now. Yeah, things aren't looking good. At any rate, we'll have to search for the evidence. But we can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray's in a pickle. If only there was someone who could find the evidence for us. That look of expectation on your face says it all. Miles, you still don't have your prosecutor's badge, right? Do you finally feel like following in your father's footsteps? I simply left it in someone else's care. I wasn't stripped of my badge. Furthermore, right now I am unable to follow in my father's footsteps. I see. Well, there's no need to rush your decision. Take all the time you need to determine the path you want to follow. In any case, the door is always open for you at the Edgeworth Law offices. Shields. If only there was someone who would go search for the evidence for us. Awkward. Very well. I'll go look for them. Oh, Miles, you do that for us? Of course, finding the evidence within 15 minutes will be no easy task. Well, if worst comes to worst, Uncle Ray and Franny will help you stall for time. Until you recover the evidence, we won't let her hand down a verdict. Please do so. Franziska, are you okay with this? You're asking me, Franziska von Karma, to help you out? You'd be better off spending the rest of your life as an anchorman for the local news. Miss von Karma, this is an emergency. We could really use your cooperation. I understand. As an acting prosecutor, I, along with that attorney over there, shall continue this trial. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor, shall run around and look for the evidence. All for my sake. It's a job that suits you perfectly. I'm glad that you're on board. I'll help out too, cause I really don't want to get arrested again. This sounds like fun. Regina wants to tag along too. Alright, that'd be helpful. Now then, where should we begin? I think we should go find that person and hear what they have to say. Who should we talk to in order to learn where the evidence went? Where the evidence went? So there's Lotta. Lotta would be an option. Who else? Who else would know where the evidence went? Oh, DeBest! We need to talk to DeBest?
Take that!
He is the last prosecutor. The person in charge of the evidence was Sebastian. You mean that rookie prosecutor, right? Got it. I'll leave him to you. Alrighty, time for Uncle Ray to have a strategy meeting with the opposing counsel. Just the two of us. You and I. Miles, you better not keep me waiting, lest you end up like your friend here. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. Whatever, I don't care. Franny, wait for me. Now then, let's go help look for Sebastian. And with this, let's end this video here. I hope you all have a lovely Friday. Hope you all have a lovely weekend, so you can come back to the next episode on Monday. Bye-bye!